A local football program's legitimacy about its academic affiliation is in question after a former player blew the whistle on some of its practices.
Yeah, so we've been looking into this. In a 10 News investigation, Alyssa Ray looked into the background of this team and uncovered that it is not what it seems. Alyssa, Ray, what'd you find out?
Yeah, guys, 10 Sports highlighted South Forest Community Christian back in July. Then we received a tip about its questionable housing. We spoke to some former players about their concerns in their hotel room before they left town. Then I started digging deeper into the program itself. Juwan Griffin has been playing football since he was 2 years old. Growing up in Kansas City, Missouri, his dream was to play in college.
I love playing football. I've been playing for a while now, and I feel like I got a lot to bring still that I was supposed to bring to the program.
His dream became a reality when he was recruited by South Forest Community Christian in Roanoke. The athletic director and head football coach, Pope Mitchell, reached out to Juwan and also recruited his high school teammate, Ramon Morrow Finley.
He showed us pictures and everything of the conference and like who we play and everything.
Definitely a lot of travel, a lot of exposure to different teams, different coaches, NFL.
They were sold, and both came to the Star City to become Bobcats. Juwan and Ramon said they each paid a $500 deposit directly to Mitchell through PayPal. That's what he asked out-of-state players to pay if they needed to reserve housing. The recruitment letter states that money would pay for players' hotel rooms since there are no dorms. But the two say that game plan wasn't executed.
We sent the money back in May for the housing to be reserved, and ever since then it's just been like the school. He said he kept blaming it on the school, saying the school waiting on this, we waiting on that.
Instead, they stayed at Mitchell's house with two other players and Mitchell's children. They shared this video with 10 News.
It was dog poop everywhere in the little girls' room, and then clothes everywhere in the back room, and it's just basically filth.
Lots of roaches and bugs.
Juwan says he was in the home less than 48 hours before sharing these videos with his parents and telling them to come get them.
I said, well, can you send me pictures? Can you send me videos? Like, tell me what's going on. And he sent me some videos and pictures, and that's when it all kind of went downhill.
After seeing the state of the housing, Juwan's parents took a deeper look into the South Forest Community Christian program.
When all this started happening, it was bizarre. Like, some things that I had already thought previously, it was like, okay, yeah, this really doesn't make sense now.
That was just the beginning, exposing a program that players say wasn't what it seemed.
I feel like he wasn't offering or giving us what's being advertised. It was always something, excuse for something.
The recruits say they quickly realized there was no athletic facilities, no home field, no plans for consistent housing, and a lot of promises that didn't check out. Last season, the Bobcats played most of their games here at River's Edge, but the players tell me they were initially told they'd practice and play at Salem Stadium. Coach Mitchell tells me they'll play their home games this season here at William Fleming High School, but a spokesperson with Roanoke City School says as of now, there's no approved contract to do so. And so far this preseason, the team's been practicing here at Lucy Addison Middle School.
At the collegiate level, you're not supposed to be, practicing at elementary, middle school and all that. So I was very disappointed.
After uncovering all this, 10 News reached out to Mitchell, who agreed to sit down for an interview. Did you know what these players were walking into when they came into your home?
No, I did not, because when they came into my home, that was not the situation. I was actually surprised myself when I got home to find that to be the situation. I went on vacation for 4 days. When I left, my home was in a good place.
Moving past the condition of the home, we asked Mitchell what this program actually is. The recruitment letter refers to it as a JUCO, or junior college, though we know it's not.
I've never stated at any point that we were a junior college. I've stated that we were a JUCO level athletic program in every documentation that I have passed along to any student athlete.
The letter also states South Forest Community Christian is in partnership with Community Christian College, an online school based in California.
They said that my son was enrolled in school there with them, and I said, well, what about the football director, Pope Mitchell, Coach Pope Mitchell? And they said, we don't know who he is.
I asked Mitchell about his connection with the college, as well as how he funds his program.
The funding comes from the bodies in the academics. To be eligible for our program, you must take classes through CCC. So that's where our funding comes from, is that once they have taken classes through CCC, then those funds for that person will be released to us athletically.
I reached out to CCC in California and asked about their affiliation with South Forest Community Christian. The vice president of compliance sent me this statement, quote, "There is no partnership, athletic or otherwise, with the entity, corporation, or business located in Roanoke, Virginia." In a separate statement, they tell 10 News, quote, "This person does not and has not ever received any money from CCC."
They're saying they're not affiliated. You're saying that you get paid through them. Why would they pay you if you're not affiliated? Because they take academics?
I did not say that I have been.
Then where's your funding coming from?
Ma'am, I think I'm.
Am I missing something?
I think I'm done. I think I'm done.
But we're not done. Tomorrow night on 10 News at 6, we look into the questions regarding funding for the program, as well as Coach Mitchell's past. Live in the studio, Alyssa Ray, 10 News, working for you.